October 26, 2025. The stage is set for an extraordinary cosmic drama, as new observations and official announcements are adding layers of mystery to this enigmatic interstellar visitor. The latest reports confirm the ongoing transformation of its tail, and the surprising news that NASA has placed this object on a planetary defense watch list, a list usually reserved for things that truly threaten our planet. This object, confirmed as only the third visitor ever detected from beyond our own star system, is rushing through our solar neighborhood at speeds almost impossible to imagine. Its very presence has sparked a deep debate, contrasting what we usually understand about space with exciting yet unsettling ideas about advanced technology from another world. Is 3I Atlas merely a remarkable comet, an ancient relic from a distant star? Or could it be something far more deliberate, something with a purpose, traveling through the vastness of space? Today, we will explore this deeply, looking at scientific information, expert theories, and even old prophecies that all seem to point to this single object. We will explore the amazing oddities that challenge our common understanding of how comets behave naturally. We'll look at the bold theories put forward by some of the brightest minds and examine the extraordinary steps being taken by space agencies around the world. As 3I Atlas prepares for its hidden journey behind our sun in just a few days, the coming weeks promise to reveal truths that could forever change how we see our place in the cosmos.
The story of 3I Atlas began quietly on July 1, 2025, when a survey in Chile first noticed its faint, fleeting presence. What quickly became clear was its unique origin, a visitor from beyond our sun's gravitational pull, traveling on a path that confirms it came from another star system. This makes 3I Atlas only the third object from interstellar space ever seen passing through our solar system, following the mysterious Oumuamua in 2017 and the more comet-like Borisov in 2019. Each of these rare encounters offers a quick look into the immense cosmic ocean between star systems, carrying secrets from distant star nurseries that challenge our current scientific models and expand our understanding of the universe beyond our own star. Moving at an incredible 58 kilometers per second, a speed of nearly 130,000 miles per hour, 3I Atlas is slicing through our solar system on a path that clearly shows it will not stay bound to our sun's gravity for long. This highly unusual orbit, with an eccentricity far greater than 1.0, means it is destined to leave our solar system as quickly as it arrived, a fleeting ghost on a journey that has spanned countless ages, never to return. Scientists assure us that its path is definitely harmless, as 3I Atlas will never come closer than about 270 million kilometers, about 1.8 times the Earth-Sun distance, to our planet. This means it poses absolutely no direct threat of collision with Earth. Yet, despite these comforting assurances, 3I Atlas has consistently shown behaviors that have raised significant concerns and fueled intense discussion among scientists and the public. Its unique characteristics have pushed the boundaries of what we thought we knew about comets and objects from other star systems, making it a singular point of focus. As this object approaches its closest point to the Sun, called perihelion, on October 29th and 30th, 2025, a crucial event just days away, the stage is set for a series of observations that could finally begin to unravel the deep riddle of its true nature.
From its very first detailed observations, 3I Atlas has been a source of continuous surprise, consistently defying what we expect from comets, and piling up a list of oddities that just don't fit neatly into our standard scientific definitions. One of the earliest and most discussed strange events involved its unusual jet activity. Initial observations in July 2025 by the venerable Hubble Space Telescope showed a distinct anti-tail, a remarkable stream of particles that appeared to spray towards the Sun, exactly opposite to how a comet's tail is supposed to behave. New images captured on August 2nd by a twin telescope further confirmed this sunward jet, showing a striking fan of gas and dust as sunlight heated one side of the comet. However, by September, observations from the Nordic Optical Telescope confirmed this anti-tail had diminished, giving way to a more conventional tail streaming away from the Sun. This complex evolution of its tail behavior has been a central point of debate, with Professor Avi Loeb interpreting the initial anti-tail as a braking thrust maneuver and its subsequent shift as the completion of this intentional adjustment. Beyond its shifting tail, 3I Atlas shows deep puzzles in its makeup. Spectroscopic analyses from a major observatory revealed clear signs of nickel without any corresponding iron, a ratio highly unusual for natural space objects, where these related elements are typically found together. Furthermore, the alleged identification of nickel tetracarbonyl, a metal compound previously believed to be made only by humans and never before detected in natural comets, deepens this mystery, prompting Professor Loeb to note that finding this in a comet is like finding refined aluminum in a meteorite. Adding to the mystery, James Webb Space Telescope measurements showed an extraordinary ratio of 8 parts carbon dioxide to 1 part water ice in the gases it was releasing. This is vastly different from comets in our solar system, which are mostly water. This inverted ratio suggests either it formed in an extremely cold environment or its surface has been heavily processed, hinting at a carbon-rich interior possibly billions of years old. Additionally, observations by the Very Large Telescope revealed extreme negative polarization in the scattered light, a phenomenon almost unheard of in comets. This would require very specific and uniform particle properties rarely found in natural comet clouds. These ongoing oddities, along with its absurd speed, an estimated mass of over 33 billion tons, each push the boundaries of what is considered normal comet behavior, forming a strong argument that 3I Atlas might be a comet like no other, or perhaps not a comet at all.
Leading the bold, yet carefully reasoned idea that 3I Atlas might be artificial is Professor Avi Loeb, a distinguished astrophysicist at Harvard University. Professor Loeb, well known for his work on black holes and the early universe, has become a focal point of discussion, challenging the usual ways of scientific thinking. His willingness to consider the unthinkable, that an object passing through our solar system could be technology from another civilization, comes from the many oddities that simply don't fit into standard scientific models. He has created a specific scale of potential technological origins for objects from interstellar space, ranking them from 0, definitely natural, to 10, definitely artificial. He currently places 3I Atlas at a rank 4, a calculated assessment based on a thorough analysis of 8 distinct, unlikely oddities. A key part of Professor Loeb's alien probe, or mothership idea,
involves the timing and geometry of 3I Atlas's closest approach to the Sun, called perihelion, scheduled for just a few days from now on October 29th and 30th, 2025. Crucially, as of today, October 26th, 3I Atlas is already hidden behind the Sun, making it impossible to see from Earth due to the Sun's overwhelming brightness. This period of hidden activity, lasting several days, is, according to Loeb, a potential treasure chest of clues. He carefully explains the Obert effect, a basic principle of how things move in space. The most energy-efficient time for a spacecraft to change its direction or speed is when it is moving fastest, which is usually when it's closest to a large gravitational body like the Sun. Performing such a maneuver while hidden from Earth's telescopes would be a very clever and deliberate act of concealment for any intelligent system, making this alignment of perfect physics and hidden observation seem almost too convenient to be pure chance. In this scenario, Professor Loeb suggests that 3I Atlas could be a massive mothership that might release smaller mini-probes towards the inner planets of our solar system, Earth, Mars, Venus, or even Jupiter, during this time when it cannot be seen. These mini-probes would then travel on their own paths, perhaps guided by the mothership or operating independently for exploration. While Loeb describes his paper on the alien probe theory as a learning exercise and fun to explore, he maintains a 30 to 40% chance that 3I Atlas is not natural, based on its numerous unusual features. His unconventional suggestion for people to take a vacation before October 29th was a deliberate way to draw global attention to this critical moment in space observation. He argues that ignoring such possibilities simply because they challenge our common understanding would be a disservice to science, stressing that the scientific method requires us to follow the evidence wherever it leads, even if those conclusions are, by their very nature, extraordinary.
In sharp contrast to Professor Loeb's thought-provoking theories, the vast majority of the scientific community, especially official space agencies like NASA and the European Space Agency, maintain a firm and consistent position. 3I Atlas is a natural comet, although an unusual one. Their public messages are clear and unmistakable, emphasizing the object poses no danger to Earth and offers a rare opportunity to study a visitor from another star system. This, they say, is an invaluable chance to learn about the chemistry and physics of other star systems and an exciting test for our current models of how things move in space. Dr. Michael Coopers, a scientist with the European Space Agency, strongly supports this view, stating that 3I Atlas looks like a comet and it behaves like a comet, and stressing that despite the interesting data, its activity shows no signs of technology. Tom Stadler, NASA's lead scientist for small objects in the solar system, reinforces this, asserting that the object does comet things and that all available evidence overwhelmingly points to this object being a natural body. These leading scientists and many other astronomers argue that any observed behavior, including changes in its tail or glows, can be explained by natural phenomena, sometimes simple tricks of how we see things, rather than proof of rocket engines. Indeed, suggestions to the contrary are, in the words of astronomer Jonathan McDowell, laughed at by people who are actual comet experts. The scientific establishment's careful approach is deeply rooted in the main principles of the scientific method. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. While strange observations are interesting and need to be investigated, they alone do not prove alien technology. Scientists are trained to fully explore all natural explanations, no matter how complicated or seemingly unlikely, before considering ideas that involve advanced extraterrestrial civilizations. The universe, they argue, is vast and ancient, capable of producing phenomena that are still beyond our complete understanding. And attributing such complexity to aliens without solid proof would be a leap of faith rather than a scientific conclusion.
Amidst the scientific debates and theories, the actions of global institutions have added a new, unsettling layer to the story of 3I Atlas. In a move that has further fueled public interest and official scrutiny, NASA has taken a significant and unprecedented step, adding 3I Atlas to the official watch list of the International Asteroid Warning Network, clearly calling it a planetary threat. This network, created under United Nations guidance, exists solely to find, track, and describe objects that might collide with Earth. This marks a historic first. Never before has an object from interstellar space, which by its nature is just passing through and leaving our solar system, been listed for a planetary defense observation campaign, especially one that poses no direct collision risk to Earth. The public messages about this listing try to avoid causing alarm, describing the initiative as a Comet campaign running from November 27, 2025 to January 27, 2026. This campaign is aimed at perfecting detection methods and improving techniques for defending Earth against challenging targets like comets with large gas clouds and complex shapes. NASA representatives insist it's about refining observation skills and gathering more data on a rare object, not predicting a disaster. However, the structure and rules of this campaign, requiring participants to attend a technical workshop on comet measurement techniques and limiting who can contribute data, speak volumes. This suggests a need for highly specialized observation skills to find subtle details that aren't easily seen with standard methods, which one observer remarked implies the object isn't behaving like it should. The crucial question remains: what threat could the International Asteroid Warning Network be preparing for, if not a direct impact? Professor Avi Loeb's paper, submitted to the United Nations, offers a compelling, though speculative, answer. If 3I Atlas were to release smaller objects at its closest point to the Sun, many probes or fragments that break off, those smaller objects could be potentially on paths that bring them much closer to Earth than the main object. The International Asteroid Warning Network campaign, which is set to begin in just over a month, with its intense coordinated monitoring and specialized training, is perfectly designed to detect and track such unexpected releases. This official response, combined with the subtle difference between public reassurances and extraordinary actions, paints a picture of intense, careful preparation for any possibility, hinting at concerns that are not openly stated.
The mystery surrounding 3I Atlas extends beyond its immediate physical characteristics and into the history of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, potentially connecting it to one of the most intriguing and enduring puzzles of the last century: the WOW signal.
This iconic signal, detected on August 15, 1977, by the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University, recorded an extraordinarily powerful burst at 1,420 megahertz, the universal hydrogen line frequency. Lasting for exactly 72 seconds, its strength was 30 times greater than background noise, prompting astronomer Jerry Amon to famously write, "Wow," on the printout. Despite decades of follow-up searches with increasingly sensitive instruments, the WOW signal remains a single event, its origin unexplained and never repeated, making it one of the most compelling yet frustrating detections in the history of searching for intelligent life in space. Moving forward to 2025, 3I Atlas appears in our solar system, and remarkably, its path, traced backward through space, points to an origin in the constellation Sagittarius, aligning within 9 degrees of the WOW signal's source direction. While 9 degrees covers a huge area in interstellar space, this directional closeness is statistically significant. Professor Avi Loeb calculated the chance of such a random alignment at approximately 0.6%. This number, while not incredibly small on its own, becomes deeply meaningful when combined with 3I Atlas's other strange features. The combined chance of all these random events quickly drops to levels measured in parts of quadrillion, a figure so tiny it challenges the very idea of coincidence. Professor Loeb's analysis goes further. If 3I Atlas transmitted the WOW signal, it might have been a powerful radar pulse, not an attempt at communication. Perhaps it was an active scan, searching for planets in the inner solar system from 600 times the Earth-Sun distance in 1977. This single transmission would efficiently map our system, explaining why the signal was never repeated. While this connection remains circumstantial, suggestive but not conclusive, the synchronicity of human technology for searching for intelligent life developing just as a hypothetical probe approaches and begins active sensing is, for Loeb, profoundly unsettling. As 3I Atlas is currently hidden behind the Sun for its perihelion passage, the possibility of new radio emissions during this critical period remains an exciting idea. If detected, this could turn a fascinating historical correlation into testable science, forcing us to reconsider the profound implications of this cosmic echo.
The arrival of 3I Atlas has not only sparked scientific debate, but is also connected with deeper human stories, touching on ancient prophecies and modern anxieties about our place in the universe. In an age filled with information, where scientific mysteries often become intertwined with spiritual or cultural interpretations, 3I Atlas has emerged as a central point for many different worldviews. This phenomenon is highlighted by the renewed interest in the alleged predictions by the Bulgarian mystic Baba Vanga, who is said to have foretold alien contact in 2025, leading to a global crisis or apocalypse. Such prophecies, while not scientific, resonate deeply for many people, linking the mysterious interstellar object to long-held beliefs about upcoming encounters with aliens or major global changes. Even more striking is the appearance of contemporary figure Brandon Biggs, the prophet who predicted the Trump assassination attempt, whose specific and accurate past prediction
gives undeniable weight to his later visions. In mid-October, Biggs released a video describing a vision of a giant mothership arriving on Earth, emphasizing just one enormous vessel that would release smaller balls of light from its interior, visible globally and causing widespread panic. The timing of this vision, released as 3I Atlas approached its hidden closest point to the Sun, immediately led to online speculation, drawing strong parallels between Biggs' description of a mothership releasing smaller probes and Professor Avi Loeb's scientific idea of a mothership potentially deploying mini-probes during its unobservable solar passage. The conceptual overlap between Biggs's spiritual narrative and Loeb's scientific one, despite using very different words, is deeply compelling. This coming together of a prophet with proven credibility and a respected astrophysicist describing similar events, along with the object's genuinely strange nature, creates a powerful social phenomenon. As Arthur C. Clarke famously stated, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. If 3I Atlas were indeed technological, its appearance could be understood through many perspectives, scientifically as a probe or spiritually as a manifestation. The upcoming observations in December, particularly any clear evidence of secondary objects separating from 3I Atlas, will serve as a Rorschach test for humanity's diverse ways of making sense of the unknown, forcing us to confront whether we are witnessing a natural cosmic event or something that fundamentally challenges our most deeply held beliefs.
Professor Avi Loeb's belief that 3I Atlas might be artificial isn't based on just one oddity, but on the incredibly unlikely combination of 8 distinct strange features, each of which challenges our standard models of comets. While individual natural explanations might exist for each one, the combined rarity of all of them, for Loeb, makes it impossible to simply dismiss. This is why he places 3I Atlas at a calculated rank 4 on his scale of technological probability. These anomalies include its very precise alignment with our solar system's orbital plane, estimated 2% chance for a random interstellar object, its incredibly convenient timing for close passes with multiple major planets, 0.005% chance for such a combination, and its extreme mass and speed, far greater than other interstellar visitors, below 0.1% chance for such a combination. Each of these initial points suggests a level of precision and energy that is difficult to explain with purely natural ejection and random travel through space. Further adding to the mystery are 3I Atlas's unique makeup and behavior. The detection of clear signs of nickel without any corresponding iron is fundamentally strange for natural space objects, below 1% chance for such a combination, hinting at deliberately engineered materials. Its unusually low water content, 4%, and dominant carbon dioxide release, 87%, are also highly unusual for a comet, even an interstellar one, below 5% chance for such a combination. On top of this is the extreme negative polarization seen in its scattered light, a phenomenon almost unheard of in comets, below 1% chance, which would require very specific particle properties or perhaps active plasma processes. These specific characteristics simply don't fit into standard comet physics, pointing to an object that behaves unlike anything we have ever studied before. Finally, the lack of any noticeable change in its gravitational path, despite actively releasing gas, suggests an immense mass, over 33 billion tons, and density for 3I Atlas, below 1% chance for a natural comet. This implies it has strong internal structure rather than being a porous pile of ice and rock, further straining natural explanations for an object confirmed to be shedding material. The eighth anomaly is the intriguing directional alignment of 3I Atlas's origin with the source of the 1977 WOW signal, 0.6% chance. When all these 8 independent probabilities are multiplied together, the combined chance of them all happening naturally becomes incredibly small, less than 1 in 10 to the 16th power, or 1 in 10 quadrillion. While some critics use the Texas sharpshooter fallacy argument, drawing targets around existing bullet holes, Loeb argues that these are fundamental, independently measured facts. The object itself is consistently strange across all observations, leading him to conclude that the artificial hypothesis, though extraordinary, offers a simpler explanation by requiring fewer separate assumptions.
As of today, October 26, 2025, 3I Atlas is already hidden behind the Sun, having begun its perihelion passage, its closest and unobservable rendezvous with our star, which will continue through October 29th and 30th. This critical period, when the object is obscured by the Sun's glare, is either a routine astronomical event or, as some speculate, the window for its most profound transformations. The coming weeks and months will be a time of intense scrutiny, with many space missions and ground-based observatories strategically positioned to capture every detail as 3I Atlas emerges from behind the Sun. The critical observations expected soon include its re-emergence in early November, where precise tracking will show if its strange path deviations continue, or if it settles into a predictable gravitational journey. At the same time, the International Asteroid Warning Network's 2-month Comet campaign from November 27, 2025 to January 27, 2026 will use dozens of telescopes for intense coordinated monitoring. They will specifically search for secondary objects or subtle changes in its path, light, and appearance. Additionally, the European Space Agency's JUICE probe will observe 3I Atlas in November after its closest solar approach. And importantly, NASA's Europa Clipper and the European Space Agency's Hera spacecraft were already passing through its tail in late October and early November, giving an unparalleled chance to directly sample particles from this interstellar visitor. Delayed high-resolution images from NASA's HiRISE camera on the Mars orbiter, despite government shutdowns, are still eagerly awaited, with Professor Loeb suggesting previous Perseverance rover images might have been distorted to appear as a massive cylinder. Finally, a flyby by Jupiter's Juno spacecraft in March 2026 could yield even more clues. The stakes are enormous. Professor Loeb has publicly stated that if 3I Atlas behaves naturally after its close solar pass, its ranking on his scale will drop. However, if observations reveal impossible natural behavior, controlled movements, clear signs of technology, or the release of secondary objects, the ranking would rise sharply, compelling the world to seriously consider the idea of an artificial object. This is more than just a scientific question. It is a profound test of our understanding of the universe, with the potential to fundamentally change how we see humanity's place within it. As December 19th approaches, when 3I Atlas is expected to become visible again after its solar conjunction, the data collected will either confirm the extraordinary complexity of natural comet behavior from another star system, or perhaps reveal a truth far more astonishing.
As 3I Atlas continues its silent journey through the heart of our solar system, shrouded in mystery and discussed by the sharpest minds, its story is far from over. Will the next few weeks bring forth undeniable proof for either its natural origins or the astonishing confirmation of an alien presence? What are your thoughts on this interstellar enigma? Do the ongoing oddities, the unprecedented planetary defense listing, the persistent scientific debates, or even the echoes of prophecy influence your belief towards one conclusion or another? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. Tell us where in the world you're following this unfolding drama, and whether you believe we are simply observing a unique comet or something far more intentional. Your engagement, your questions, and your shared curiosity are vital as we collectively ponder humanity's place in this vast, mysterious universe. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss any part of this incredible interstellar story. Thank you for joining me on this calm journey through the cosmos.